What is up there, beautiful people, and welcome to another edition of Just Trending News. So today we're speaking everything that's related to the guy that's claiming that Jub Jub owes him 140,000 rands. Just watch these TikTok videos and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Dumelang, my name is Antonio Tawana from Botswana. I came here to talk about Jub Jub and the money he owes me. I don't have an X account, that's why I'm using my friend's account. So, Jub Jub owes me 142,400. At first it was 157,000. He gave me 20,000 rands, which is 14,600 pula on Monday after I posted him. So he's been owing me since January, beginning of January. He called me 1st of January telling me he has an emergency. It's a life or death situation. May I please borrow him 140,000? And then I was away at that time, but I came back to Gaborone. And then we met on the 4th. I think I gave him 80,000. He said it was too short. Too short. I should add 60. I was like, I was hesitant of giving him the whole money. I had the whole money, but I was hesitant of giving him the whole 140. So I gave him 80, and then after 2 days, I was like, he was begging, and I was like, let me just give him the 60. I told him, no, come to the border, because when I gave him the 80, he came to the border, we met at the border. He couldn't pass because his passports were taken, his accounts were frozen. That's why he was opting for me to give him cash. He told me his passport was taken, and accounts were frozen. So I gave him cash. We met at the border, I gave him cash. And then after 2 days, I went with the owner of this account to SA. He asked us to come to SA to give him the other 60, the 60, because we gave him 80. So 80 plus 60, that's 140. And then we went to Joburg, we gave him the cash. So he was like, we should change the money to because I was hesitant. I told him I had 140, but when I went to meet him, I was like, let me give him 80. So I just gave him 80. So he was like, I should change the 140. So when I got to where they changed money, they said the money is too much, so they can't help me. So I was like, he was like, no, bring it Ildipula. So I went to the border, Ildipula. When I got there, I gave him, on my way, I was like, let me take out 60. I took out 60, I gave him 80. I was like, no, Tuna, please make plans for me, plans for me. He went to sleep in. He was like, no, I'll go sleep in Maftown. Tomorrow I'll come. So that what? Tomorrow I'll come. We'll meet tomorrow. Make a plan so that we meet tomorrow. Give me the 60. Okay. I was like, no, I'll make a plan. Following day, I was like, I know. I didn't find the money, you see. And he was like, no, please, I'm begging you, please make a plan, borrow from someone, please, I'll give you back the money. I was like, okay. The day after, I told the owner of this account, let's go, give him the money. I said, because I asked him to come to the border again. He was like, no, he can't come to the border, he has something to do that side. I should come there. Okay. So we left. We booked a hotel because we left Botswana late. We booked a hotel, we slept that side. After 2 hours after we got to the hotel, he came. I gave him the cash because I couldn't, so I gave him in pulas. Even the 80 I gave him in pulas. Even that 6 I gave him in pulas. So yeah, I think the whole 140 was supposed to make 183. The messages I'll screenshot. I'll attach the messages to this video, and then I'll tell you guys what the money was for on the next part. I'll tell you. And then the other 17. The other 17 was for he was sleeping at the time he came to shoot. The time he came to shoot for Yajola episodes Botswana. He had a bill, a room service bill, 11,000. I have the video. I'll also attach to it. I'll also attach it to the video, and then I paid it because his card was declining. I paid it for him. And then I gave him cash, 4,000 cash, because he said he wants to do some things with the cash. So that's like 15,000. And then the 2,000 was for the flight of his mistress, the Mozambican one. I don't know how many they are, but yeah, that one, she's from Mozambique. Yeah, I bought her a flight, so it was 2,000. She was not coming from Mozambique though. She was coming from Joburg, coming to him in Gaps. After he finished shooting that Uyajola thing, the crew left. He stayed behind, and then asked me to like find him gigs, and then I only managed to find him one gig, which was at the pond. I think he has a reel on his Instagram. We collaborated on the reel.
Maybe I'll cross in, but I mean it's better if you go para la. Okay, more unit 6 one down to blow me. Cut it mentally sharp so for now, I'm not so hard to find. That's
No, I was saying you must call me in the morning, early in the morning. Call me early in the morning so that I wake up very early. That's what I said. Because I know I'll be dead asleep because of the fatigue and tiredness.
So, okay, fine. If you have to so let's say maybe around 1 o'clock to give you time for promote. Okay, well, thanks.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you heard in the video that the guy basically borrowed money out to Jub Jub, and I'm assuming now that he is coming to expose him on social media. He made two TikTok videos, which you have just listened to. But now that he's basically exposing him on TikTok and on social media, I'm assuming it's because Jub Jub either has not paid him the money back or is refusing to pay him the money back. Whatever it may be, he basically hasn't received this 140,000 that he borrowed out to Jub Jub allegedly. And wow, guys, this is honestly super super crazy if it is true. Everything is alleged because even though he did include those voice notes that you guys listened to, it's still hard to 100% confirm whether that person was Jub Jub or not. But it obviously does sound like Jub Jub. And honestly, this is so crazy to me because borrowing someone 140,000 rands is insanity. Maybe it's because I don't have 140,000 rand to borrow out. Maybe that's why I don't understand as to why this person would give someone such a large sum of money. For me, this is my logic. If you are in a rock and a hard place and you desperately need 140,000 rand, and you're claiming that all of your accounts and all of your money is taken away and your passports is taken away and your cash is frozen and you're unable to access it, how are you going to pay me back? If you are this desperate for 140,000 rand, how are you going to pay me back my money? I would never borrow someone money if they didn't have an action plan, or if I didn't know for certain where they were going to get that money back to pay me, basically. And this is why they say never ever borrow out money that you wouldn't be comfortable giving away, because when you borrow someone money, you do it in good faith, especially if there isn't any written contract. You do it in good faith that that person is going to pay you that money back, right? So this is why they say never borrow out money that you wouldn't be comfortable giving away, because if that person doesn't pay you back, or if that person doesn't have the capacity to pay you back, then it's basically tickets for you. Your money's gone. Your money is gone. I'm sat here. I think the biggest thing that I'm wondering about at the moment is why his passport was taken away and why his accounts are frozen. It definitely seems as if there are some legal issues. I'm just making an uneducated guess, but it seems as if there's some legal issues that are going on with Jub Jub, especially if he's saying that he doesn't have access to his passport and also, the money in his accounts is frozen. It's just absolute madness. It's absolute madness, and I do hope that whatever Jub Jub is going through, that it gets resolved and that it gets solved so that he'll be able to pay this guy back his 140,000 rand, because that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to lose. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, do tell me what you think about this in the comment section. I will see you in my next upload. Goodbye, lovelies.